Hello, everyone.
We're back, folks.
It is Sid and V.
With Judicious Mockery.
And we are back with some more
Master Detective Archives Raincoat.
Hell yeah.
I finally did
it. Wow, everyone. This is a momentous day that you've all just taken part in.
This is a day that will live on in infamy.
An absolute infamy. This will be one for the history books for sure. But last we left off... Well, okay, no, hold on. I just need to... Congratulations, Sid. You need to just acknowledge that.
Thank you so much.
Last we left off, we started off the Chapter 1 Mystery Labyrinth, and we have Halara joining us this time. There they are. Look at them.
Mommy energy.
I mean, yes, like, what? Obviously. But Halara, because of, rules of the Mystery Labyrinth and definitely not like plot convenience and stuff, Halara lost all of their memories of the investigation. Oh no. Which is tough because they had like solved the whole thing. So we're going through it all again, and we've currently been making our way through the 4 different killings and getting like clues from each of them.
We started here.
So we started with the 4th, which was the clock tower one, and from that we learned that the killer must be someone who is a clergy member who works at the church, because that's where the rope was disposed of.
It's not the religious fanatic.
The worshiper.
The worshiper.
So then we went to the secret club, where we learned that the killer must be on the thinner side.
So not the grounds.
The servant. Who Sid trusts with her life.
Yeah, of course. I was so right.
And then number 2 was the mansion room, which was a crazy one.
That was a weird one.
And from that, we learned that the killer must be someone who used fishing wire.
Yup. I'm sure that we'll figure that out eventually.
And that one didn't immediately ring any bells. So all we have left is number 3, which is the art gallery. So let's go ahead and do it.
Let's do it.
The third locked room was a murder that happened 1 month ago in the art gallery storage in Ginma district.
Correct.
Pictures and paint were scattered all around the spot where a woman was boom killed.
Boom killed.
If you think you're up for it,
we're so
let's
stupid.
solve this thing. Are you going to the third locked room?
Stop it.
Hate it.
Stop.
Hate it.
It's never good.
Never good, always bad.
I've played this game before, and I've watched someone else play it before this, and it still catches me by surprise.
I have to think that's one of the creepier parts of the game.
Yes, I think that's correct.
Swoop.
I mean, to be fair,
that's a cool landing.
It is a cool landing. I like how Shinigami falls with them, but still lands floating.
I like how Shinigami's still confused.
By that worshiper and the art gallery.
I often wonder how much of Shinigami's behavior is real versus her just putting on an act.
Yeah.
At the time of discovery, the door was locked and the key was nailed to a doll inside the room.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from the door, the only other entrance is the window. But
correct.
It opens just enough to fit a finger in. The frame itself is too small for even a child to squeeze through.
I think the servant got through there.
How did the culprit vanish from here?
Gotta be the door again. Unless it's again like a... Well...
Okay, so we have... Our options are door, window, or a hidden trapdoor that we haven't seen yet.
Right. I mean... What is this? Okay. Last time we learned that if you eliminate the impossibility, the result... Whatever left must be
here.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go. I've learned.
I think the culprit could have
I,
only
a sentient being
here, but
if you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be true.
Nothing's happening. Maybe you made a mistake, Master.
No, it gave me the little thing that means I'm right.
It didn't say mistake in big letters on the screen, so that means I got it right.
To squeeze through that window, they could have only gotten out through the door.
Right.
Yes,
I'm sure
correct.
The culprit had the key and locked the door from the outside after committing the crime.
So what does that mean?
Just use copy of the key? Would that really be considered a locked room mystery?
No, that's boring.
I mean, I think that this mystery is innately different because there's a... Well, Okay. Now, originally I thought that this was done by a different person because
Right,
the
because of the
method
injury.
of killing is different.
Yes.
But if that was true, then this wouldn't actually serve to narrow down anything, which from like a game structure kind of metagaming point makes it a lot harder to figure out who did it. So, all
Well,
thoughts.
there are only 2 keys to the storage space, and the design makes them impossible to duplicate. I learned that thanks to you, Halara.
One of the keys is always carried by that one employee. It was used when the body was first discovered, right?
So employee is
The only
immediately,
other
a little
key was
suspicious
nailed through
from
a
that.
wall onto a painting. So, it is a locked room mystery! Right? Oh, that's totally it.
I see. I suppose you could call it that. Hey, Yuma, can you go check outside of that window?
You already had us do that, Halara.
Yeah, that was a whole
I know
thing.
that you've forgotten
Just
about
like
it,
before.
but
Before?
Spooks.
Halara does not
Yeah,
understand.
You made me do the same thing in the real world when we were investigating this place.
I see. Then the answer has already been confirmed. Very well.
Oh, well.
This locked room is solved.
Halara's so fucking cool.
I know.
God.
Wait, did you already solve
How
this
are they so
mystery?
smart?
You haven't? How about you go and check outside the window? Then even you will see.
Oh,
Will
Oh,
he?
it unlocked. Looks like you can go outside.
I feel like we're gonna
Alright,
get
let's
trapped.
go see.
Let's go see. No, you forgot to talk to people.
Well, this is not gonna be anything.
No, but it might be.
It's me.
Go check outside the window. Even you should be able to figure out the truth.
Alright.
Okay, I got it.
No need to worry. Just believe in yourself.
Come on.
What are you gonna find outside of the window? If Halara knows the answer, why not just tell us?
Well,
I'm supposed to be the one solving the mysteries. Besides, getting the answer from Halara will cost a lot of money.
Lots of money. Zero, zero pride, zero memory. Poor Triple O Master.
Come on.
Yuma takes a lot of shit. And it's because
Oh.
his name is Coco Head.
True. Fair. Undeniable.
Hey, didn't you already check this in the real world?
Yeah.
Why do it again?
Halara told me to check it twice. There must be an important clue outside that window.
Hey, maybe the culprit threw the key in through the window. That way, the key would be found inside.
They
Can't
threw the
be.
key in through the window and
Can't
phased it
be.
through the top of the nail
Can't be.
so that it fell and landed on the doll.
Cannot be.
Well, how about that theory?
Bad theory.
Bad theory.
See?
Bad
See how
theory,
bad the theory
Shinigami.
is?
Bad theory. You're making the whole place fall apart.
Is this the storage key?
Which means...
Oh,
Oh, God.
we love this part. Because of the culprit, what happened to the key?
This one's a freebie. I was right. Just toss it in there, Master.
Just toss it in there.
Culprit threw the key inside?
No.
It's gotta be it.
Really the right answer?
Of course.
Did the culprit throw the key in from the window?
Only possibility.
Master, hurry up and throw the key.
No.
I love this one.
I'm just gonna let it time out.
Like away.
It's such a fucking bait. They just give you this long timer for it. Because they know that people are like gonna be like, I want to press the button.
That's the
Nope.
right answer?
How? Didn't the culprit throw the key in there? That's why the key was found inside, right?
I mean, hold on. The ground still looks kind of fucked up,
Yeah, the
guys.
ground's not doing great.
No, the crime scene wouldn't end up like that if we threw it in.
True.
The key was
Exactly.
nailed to a painting.
Exactly.
That's not possible if you just throw it into the room.
Although I will say, if we had done this one first, then the last one, I mean, I know it was relatively obvious to us that they threw it through the slats, but this would have really had you thinking in that direction
If we had done this one first.
before the last one that we did, where they actually do throw the key in through the window above the door.
we would have been thinking that they didn't for that one, you're saying?
No, we would have been thinking that they did. Like, this plants the idea that the key gets inside because you go outside, lock it, and throw the key in.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Oh, right. But if the culprit didn't throw it in there, how is the key left in the room?
I will say with the last one, I do really like the last one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My only issue with it is dependent on the killer being able to throw the key in from the window and land it under the corpse.
Yes.
If the
Which
killer,
is a relatively specific...
right, if the killer misses that shot, then the whole thing kind of falls apart. No, I mean, I guess it still is kind of a locked room, but nowhere near as impressive of one.
Right. Which is why I made the comment that the piece of information we got is that someone has good aim at throwing small objects.
Right, which I will say that I think that when I was solving this one, there didn't really end up being a super clear way to figure out who it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like I got it narrowed down to 2.
Right.
And then I was like, I don't feel like the clues that they've given me clearly indicates one of these people over the other.
Sure.
And that piece of information that you just listed,
Mm-hmm.
I actually did take into consideration
Interesting.
to determine who I thought did it.
So we'll loop back around. I mean,
Yeah.
I obviously think it's weird, cool priest.
Right. But so it's weird because the game doesn't present
You
that.
can't nail the key after throwing it.
The game doesn't present that as something, but it does to me actually kind of play a role
Yeah.
here.
That makes sense. I mean, if we were actually in these positions, that's something I'd be thinking.
Yeah, and also I will just say about like the last one, like I was saying, it's dependent on throwing the key in. Compared to, I know that we're talking about Danganronpa a lot, but I don't want to like spoil this this specific thing. But there's like one of the mysteries in V3 where the killer creates a locked room, and in that one of the things I really appreciated was the method of doing it required super precision and skill, but the whole point was that if the killer messed it up, the result would be that the room wasn't locked, so they could just go in and try again.
Right.
And they could just keep trying until they got it. So even though it required precision, it didn't actually, it made sense that they eventually got
precision.
it because they could just keep trying until they did.
Right.
This one is sort of not like that.
It does literally require precision.
Like once they throw the
One
key
try.
in, that's it. That's
Yeah.
their only shot.
They can't get back. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's very true. Oh, well.
Oh, nope, the floor's gone again. Oh, it's actually gone this time.
Well?
You fucked up, Coco Head. Oh,
And
we're
we're
back in the room.
You're back.
Yeah, we
The
came
key
from
vanished.
above. The key vanished.
The key
Interesting.
is in my hand.
Oh,
True.
oh,
That key.
and a doll and a nail.
Master, you got the doll and nail!
Those are giant freaking nails, man.
Giant.
Where do you buy those?
Giant dolls.
That doll's
I
like half
see.
his body size.
So
Yeah.
you're supposed to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit did. Try it out. Doing so will create a new path.
New path.
Yeah. I'm gonna solve this.
We got it.
Let's do it.
Luck, Master!
Recreate the locked room.
You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery. First, do something about that doll.
So what are we going to do with the doll? You know what I'm going to say?
What? Talk to them?
Yeah.
Just recreate what you deduced earlier. Follow the steps the culprit took to create the locked room mystery and check those locations.
Oh, these might be the same comments that they made in the other room, just like about how to do the mini game, basically.
Use everything you know and recreate the locked room. You should already have the answer.
I think they are. These
All
are just
that's
like
left is to
generic
follow
comments.
the steps one at a time. It's that simple.
Alara
s-
Nightmare.
So simple, even a baby could do it.
Okay.
Are you a baby, Sid?
Yes.
Okay, so what are we doing with the doll?
Where was the doll hanging again? Was it, below
it was
the window?
nailed to a painting.
Ah. This painting?
Possibly.
Gotta be.
All
I
right.
don't see any other
First,
paintings we can
take the
interact
painting.
with.
That's
So.
exactly what I thought.
What's the first thing the culprit did?
I mean, probably propped it.
Wait, it's too early
Oh.
for that step.
You
There are other
skipped
things
it.
you have to do before standing it up.
Heard.
The key will be nailed to the painting at the end, but you must nail something else on before that.
All right. Okay. All right. All right, so we're going to nail the doll.
Nail the doll.
Culprit nailed the doll onto the painting.
This is, I think, my favorite of the locked rooms in this one.
Next,
this one just
both were stood
is
up at a
clever,
certain
but also
location.
makes perfect sense.
I gotta pick the location.
Yeah, where did they put the painting?
Was it over here?
Are you asking like where we found it?
Yeah.
We found it exactly where it is now.
It was here.
Yeah, it was laying on the ground right there.
Okay, so now we're just picking where it was propped before they put the key on?
Yes.
Intriguing. To me, in my brain, it doesn't seem to matter. It was like this,
It was like that. Except there was a key nailed to it.
except there was a key nailed to it. So, my thought is, if they had to use the key to get out,
Right?
right? Then they had to. It does seem like they had to drop the key back in.
Right? But we've already said that throwing it into the room
Throwing
doesn't
it
work.
doesn't make any sense. But dropping it, if it was hanging here, potentially?
The painting was stood up facing the window. Now the part with the pierced doll is right next to the window.
And then they could put the key on and they can.
After that,
After that, what did the killer do? After they propped it up?
They went outside? What's going on with the sculpture covered with cloth?
I don't know. What is going on with that?
Oh, the steel ladder.
Steel toe boots.
I feel like the steel ladder is relevant here.
Steel cutouts.
then the culprit went outside. The door was locked, and they went to the other side of the storage room.
Yep.
They just left. Bye. See you later.
Nice.
Then they broke through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man.
I can
Or they
see
went
the
to the window.
painting
That's
and
boring,
doll
I
through
guess.
The window, but I can barely fit my hand through the gap.
The doll's got a nail in it, but the problem is that key in your hand, Master.
Yeah, the culprit took the key and then...
And then...
No. Think about the
Oh.
state the corpse was in at the time of discovery. The key wasn't just hanging on it. What's the next step?
They didn't mean to say corpse. They meant to say doll there.
Okay, yeah. It wasn't just hanging on it. It was separately nailed.
No, it was like... This was the nail.
Mm-hmm.
This was the doll. This was the key. So it wasn't hung from it. It was like inside of the nail.
The culprit nailed the key to the painting, along with the doll from outside the window.
Sorry, everyone. I was pantomiming how I just realized you all
Finally.
can't see that. I will say there is one issue with this. One that I just realized that I don't think I realized the previous times I went through it. Which is based on the way that that thing was propped up. If you nailed the key in like that, it 100% would have fallen over.
Yeah.
I pushed the painting into the room.
There's nothing behind it, like, to prevent the force from the hammer.
It completes the locked room mystery.
There we go.
This is how the culprit did it.
Locked room
did it.
complete.
You solved it. Now, what clue do we get from this?
Small hands.
It took some time, but you've reached the truth behind this locked room.
Throwing the key through the window would be obvious. So to mislead us
Too
into thinking
obvious.
that
That'd
was
be
impossible,
boring.
The key was nailed to a painting, which was then pushed over.
Yeah, I can't imagine them doing that in a
It's
room.
one thing for an amateur, but a detective wouldn't be tricked by this.
Seriously, only amateurs would get fooled by... Wait, you mean me?
Yes, we do mean you.
This is the same stuff. Do I have to talk to them again?
No, this is different each time.
Oh.
Well,
What a tough locked room, but I'm sure the treasure will be worth the effort. maybe you'll get like 10 solution keys. Yeah, I can't wait.
What is it?
You don't look very happy.
Oh, I was thinking about the locked room at the art gallery storage. I think anybody could have recreated that.
Agreed. Anybody could make a locked room mystery. The culprit, the mailman, anyone.
Right.
Hey, a treasure chest!
Who's gonna open it?
Who's gonna open this one? We should let the meanest one of us open it.
Go for it,
How would you
Shinigami.
decide that?
Like this.
Yeah, okay.
I'm the meanest. Let's check out this treasure. Huh?
What's wrong?
Nothing inside.
It's empty.
Yep.
Huh?
Like Alara said,
Why?
anyone could do it.
After all we went through to solve this locked room.
This must mean solving the third locked room mystery doesn't necessarily bring us any closer to the ultimate truth.
That's terrible. I suddenly feel so tired.
I will say, I don't know if you remember the exact wording, but the what Halara said actually is a clue.
Anyone could have done this?
I don't want to repeat what the exact wording is, but you'll find out.
That whoever solves this, knowing who solves this doesn't bring you any closer.
I'm not going to
Ah.
confirm or deny. I just wanted to throw that
We
out
gotta
there.
keep going.
Oh, forest fire. Smokey is not pleased.
I still stand by this one's different.
You still stand by this one's different?
Mm-hmm. Different killer.
We make a pretty good team. Don't you think so?
Well, what do we do from here?
That's it. We're screwed. Nothing.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
new door.
I
Okay.
see. The way forward is clear. It must be due to solving all of the locked room mysteries.
That makes sense.
Now let's go.
Right.
Again, I gotta ask. Who's supposed to be the protagonist here?
Halara.
I see. The way forward is clear. It must be due to solving all of the locked room mysteries. Now let's go.
That's it for all the locked rooms. We make a pretty good team. Don't you think so?
Onward.
Through the portal we go.
Swoop.
This will lead to eternal happiness. Solution key. It is made from vomit.
True. It is just consolidated vomit.
This place is creepy.
I think that's how clues work in real life too.
Don't be afraid to roll the dice. You must keep pursuing the truth.
Yeah, all detectives actually have to make
Emotions
keys
must be
from
discarded
vomit
Yeah.
to
to
reach a
solve
perfect
crimes.
solution through a perfect deduction. Isn't that right?
That's the WGO
Yes.
creed.
We're doing a pretty slow saunter, I'd
A
say.
saunter through this little dungeon. See, I do appreciate like things like this. Every once in a while, there are like different environments within
Yeah.
the Mystery Labyrinth, and I think that those add a lot. Honestly,
Oh, hello.
we found some people in cages.
Woo woo. Oh,
Is this some dungeon?
Yes.
What is the meaning of this?
cool
Get out
priest.
of here!
Let me out! I'll kill your ass in the name of God!
I have nothing to do with the case.
That's true. You're okay,
I'm not
servant.
the culprit! Let me go!
You're also fine, worshiper.
Wow, they're all here.
So now we must pick out the true culprit of this case.
Who the true culprit be?
True culprit.
Yuma, you solved all the locked room mysteries before you made it here. You should have all the clues and evidence you need to accuse the culprit. To be honest, when I first met you, I thought you were rather pitiful.
Oh God.
You sure are honest.
That's exactly what Yuma needed to hear right now for his
But my
self-confidence.
opinion of you has improved.
Oh,
These
look at that.
mysteries have brought you closer to becoming a true detective.
Not quite there, but certainly closer.
Now tie up all the loose ends and prove that I am not mistaken about you.
Prove it.
With your logic, anything is possible.
Oh, they turned that around. Instead of they said
Alright,
with
I'll
my
try.
logic, they said with your logic.
That's nice.
Ooh, somebody
Who's the culprit? Figure it out and hit him with the dramatic finger point. Make the right choice and you'll reveal a new truth. Who is
I know
the
it's not these
mailman?
two. It's one. It's. I mean, I still think it's Cool Priest, but I don't have a
The nail
real.
man.
I'm not the culprit.
I'm not the nail man.
That looks like a string
Where?
around their stomach, chest.
Oh, like tied around?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
But-
I will specify the string. It did specifically say fishing line. about the
Oh,
string.
good to know. Arm broken.
Arm broken.
Arm
Yes.
broken.
I'm not the culprit.
Arm not broken.
Arm not broken. These are true observations.
I'm not the nail man.
Right-handed? Do we know?
I don't think we know.
I'm going with my
I'm
gut.
not the culprit.
The culprit is you.
I will
Father.
say so like I said, I took into consideration the able to like throw the key.
Mm-hmm.
It was the broken arm that rolled the nun out for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really don't know that they give you enough either way to decide between the nun
Those two.
and the priest.
Yeah.
What? That's an absolutely.
I used my obvious intuition from the start, but
Right, of course. Mystery Phantom Seth.
Ah,
He's back.
not again.
Why won't he just get up?
It's our best friend.
You're saying the priest, a man of the cloth, is the culprit. That's impossible.
Thou shalt not kill. Obviously, he can't
How
do it.
dare you spew such nonsense.
Man of the cloth.
Right. Do not make baseless accusations. The culprit has to be someone else.
No,
Yuma, can I leave this to you?
I'm on it.
It's not a baseless accusation. You're the only one who could possibly be the culprit.
Master, you're acting like a real detective. Go on and
Boom,
kill
kill.
him.
I don't remember if during this next like fight if we ooh, look at that.
Cool.
I don't remember if during this next fight we clarify how we know that it's him and not the nun. Maybe we do. And I'm just forgetting
Is there
it.
eventually an answer? Do you know?
I don't remember.
I see.
It might come up here. If it doesn't, then I don't think there is. But it seems like it's going to come up here because they're basically being like, why would you say it's the priest? So it seems like we're about to walk
Have to
through
rule everyone else out.
the steps of why.
Reasoning deathmatch.
Deathmatch.
All right. I would love to.
Okay, so persons with access to the incinerator and study.
Only clergy members have access to vintage news. All right, so it's got to be this, I think.
I'm a man of the cloth.
That's true.
wrong. Doubting me like this is blasphemous. Yeah, you're disrespecting God right now.
That's it. The first one to discover the bodies. The mailman is the worshiper.
The worshipper? Could it be? No, that's wrong.
Sorry about it.
Can't be the worshipper. No matter how sus he is.
The rope ladder used in the clock tower's locked room was found in the incinerator, which only clergy can access. The worshiper may be a regular churchgoer, but he's no clergy member. So he's no longer a suspect.
Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, this seems like it's going to be rule everyone else out.
Right. So we must
Phantom
give a
Priest.
reason for why it's the
I think that this is going to be thin person.
one would think.
The member of the church is the culprit.
So it's the servant.
I am not the culprit. There are others working for the church. Yes, there's the servant.
It's him.
Oh, that's on me. Sorry about
Servant
that.
must be the nail man.
The servant was able to commit the crime.
He could do it. And he's totally suspicious.
Ah,
You pressed the wrong
I'm
button.
not going to get in time.
No.
Eliminated as a suspect.
Okay, you're just really
Getting
taking it all in the
absolutely
face.
bodied.
You were just getting beat up
That
there.
was. But the servant isn't
right.
the nail man. It was impossible for him to commit one of the crimes.
Then focus on proving that next. Let's take another look at the solution keys and think it through.
No, I know this right solution.
Have you ever heard of focus blindness?
No.
So I just learned what this is the other day. It's basically when people don't notice things that are like right in front of their face. Not like just literally due to like inattentiveness. And it's interesting because people with ADHD are actually less likely to have focus blindness. But I think I think you have whatever the version of focus blindness is for controller buttons.
True. All right, I'm skipping through this.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, nothing matters but me pressing X at the right moment.
I am not the culprit. There are others working for the church.
Are there?
That's a true statement.
There's the servant.
He doesn't work for the church.
The servant must be the nailman.
No, he's not.
The servant was able to commit the crimes.
Okay, now you know what to do. And I'll just give you a reminder real quick.
I don't have to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. I know that as a fact.
Climbing up to the underground casino's window with only nails for footing would require considerable agility. Judging by the size of the window, there's no way someone of his size could have committed the crime.
No! Absolute lies!
Okay, now why the nurse?
I mean,
The nun
it's
must
got a fishing line's just.
Oh, read the fishing line locked room.
A fishing line was used in the locked room as the key's placement implies that only someone with full use of their arms. But that wasn't in there before, was it?
Press Y again. So these are the full solution keys. I think what happened, and this is coming back to me now, when it first presented us the solution key, it gave us just like a little small blurb. But if you had opened up your menu and gone to the solution keys, you would have seen this full thing.
All right.
So I think that is coming back to me now as what the thing was here.
All right. Well,
the blurb is just super misleading because it makes it sound like the fishing line is the important part.
works at the church.
she's
The nun was absolutely able to commit the crime.
She could do it.
It's not like
Yup.
she's afraid of heights.
That was
She used the nails to climb.
troubling.
Sid is struggling.
You know she's always saying,
I'll kill your ass in the name of God.
kill your ass in the name of
That's
God.
So she did it.
It's clear she's the ruthless soul.
no. Well, listen.
The nailman has to be a member of the clergy and thin. If that's all, doesn't the nun also fit the bill?
She's not the nail man, though. I can prove it. All right.
With
The nun
evidence.
must be the culprit.
I will say it's kind of hard to tell where I'm
She's
supposed to be
thin
standing.
and also works at the church. The nun
To
was
hit them.
absolutely able to commit the crimes.
Yeah, like, you have to, because they do kind of waver sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my problem. I had the right solution key, but I was standing in the wrong place last time.
Right,
Like,
you were on
hitting
the
wrong
left
direction.
side.
Yeah.
The culprit tossed the key behind the corpse with perfect aim.
Perfect aim.
With her dominant hand injured, the nun couldn't have done that.
It also didn't
Which
tell us that
means
that was her
she's
dominant
the
hand.
culprit.
Nope.
It's not the churchgoer, the servant, or the nun. There's only one option left. Father, it's you. You are the nailman.
Oh, Father.
Hey, say something quick. Otherwise, they'll pin me as the culprit.
Well,
Mystery Phantom Seth does not have it.
No. Mystery Phantom Seth has
I
lost
am a
his
priest
ammunition.
in service to God.
Oh, he's powering up.
Cool.
I am not the nail man.
Yeah, of course not. You seem very innocent.
I'm getting there super innocent vibes. This is a super good guy.
He's such a
very
good
nice guy.
What god would make you this ugly?
Oh damn!
Brutal.
All your proof
Brutal.
is nothing but fantasy. You don't have a single piece of hard evidence.
Hard evidence?
No hard
You
evidence.
do. It's easy.
Dude, wait, what? What are you talking
Based
about?
on the facts, the priest must be the culprit. The decisive evidence that proves it is...
Is what? What evidence?
I don't know. What do I do? What do I do?
What?
A detective must always prioritize solving a case.
Yeah, thank you,
Okay,
Halara.
how does that help?
A detective isn't an arbiter of justice. Unraveling a case is top priority, even with questionable methods.
What do you mean?
In short, you must get them to confess. Use everything in your arsenal, even if it requires
A classic
Bluffing.
bluffing confession.
Use
We love a bluffing
everything?
confession.
bluffing. Don't hesitate to use anything that might give you an advantage. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. Always remember that.
Roger that.
Bluff. In other words, I should just claim I have solid evidence.
Interesting.
What could I
And he'll be
use
like,
as a
what?
bluff?
How do you have the murder weapon? The hammer.
Ooh. Ooh. Not the tantrum.
Oh, I remember what this one is. Reasoning.
Another reason
death
death match is interesting.
You're getting a whole slew of them.
Yeah. All right. A report. Yeah, let's.
I don't think you need to read the full thing.
Okay.
I think for these, it gives you the critical part in this bubble.
That seems right. Right?
Maybe.
What does the E mean?
I think it's like a quip.
Enough with your stupid fantasies. Everything you say is nothing but a fantasy.
That's wrong.
Oh,
You have any proof that I'm the culprit?
Yes.
Did you find my fingerprints?
ah.
Did you find my blood? Of course there's no evidence.
Well,
Because I'm not the culprit.
so fingerprints or blood is what we're looking at.
So remember here that the key is that we're bluffing.
Right. I guess we don't have any hard evidence that proves the priest is the culprit, but
That's right.
It's just like Halara said. Use whatever you have. Bluff if you have to.
even a bluff, huh? If I use that one thing, then maybe. So that makes me think that it's going to be probably not this, probably not this. Footprints, although we never really got into the shoes, whatever. Nail, though, in theory, fingerprints. We're going to try it.
Enough with your stupid fantasies! Everything you say is nothing but a fantasy! Do you have any proof that I'm the culprit? Did you find my fingerprints?
Nope.
Nope.
Fingerprints aren't one of the pieces of evidence found during the investigation, right?
Well, I thought we were bluffing. In that case, you can't refute that statement.
Is there anything else you can use besides fingerprints? Take another look at the solution keys.
All right, it must be the footprints then.
Enough with your stupid fantasies! Everything you say is nothing but a fantasy!
No.
Oh, nice dodge.
Proof that I'm the culprit. Did you find my fingerprints?
No.
Did you find my blood?
No.
Of course there's no evidence.
That's wrong.
You left clear evidence at the clock tower's crime scene. There were footprints left under the window in the mud. When we inspected them, we found out they perfectly match your footprints.
That is a bluff.
Got him.
Impossible! I already burned those shoes in the incinerator.
Weird.
Got him.
You gave yourself away.
Idiot.
Fool. You fool. You utter fool.
And he's down.
We just murdered him. He's dead now.
He's covered in
I
nails.
swear,
Oh, he is.
I only enacted justice in the name of God.
So would you say you killed their ass for the name of God?
Looks like it worked. Good job, Yuma.
Thanks.
Kanai Ward is rotten to the core. To save it, someone had to get their hands dirty.
Classic.
Those
Classic.
slain were the evil incarnate that harm others. That's why the people asked the nailmen to kill
See, here's the
them.
problem with your justification. The Nailman legend doesn't require explaining why you want them killed. All they need to do is pin their name to a tree.
Yeah.
So people could have asked you
Bad
to kill other
people
people for
could've.
literally any reason.
Yeah.
Evil must be punished. And so, I strangled them, made them suffer.
It's not the same one.
All I did was slay evil.
There's one who wasn't strangled.
But there were still rope marks. Oh my god.
Yeah,
He's
it's a copycat
exploding.
crime.
We exploded him.
Boom kill.
Boom kill. That's it. We're done here.
If someone hates somebody bad enough,
We solved
they
it.
give that name to the Nailman. And this priest went around killing those people as the Nailman.
The urban legend offered targets for murder.
A priest is supposed to be the voice of God, but he went around killing
Oh.
people because someone wanted them dead.
Oh no, poor Q. Oh no.
Yikes.
Shinigami just
It's
fucking killed him.
terrible. It's insane to think that he'd kill people for a reason like that.
Insane.
That
Insane.
could be said about all murders. Insane people kill for insane reasons.
Insane.
Anyway.
Anyway.
You did it, Yuma. My expectations of you weren't wrong after all.
Well, the second
Is
part.
it finally over?
No.
Nothing's happening. But last time,
Yeah, the soul of the true culprit who created this mystery labyrinth should appear.
Yeah, so why isn't that happening? Weird.
And since it didn't, it looks
That's
like this isn't
really
over
weird.
yet.
huh? It's not over?
There are still mysteries related to the Nailman killings within this mystery labyrinth.
What?
We solved all
How
of
could
the
there
locked
be?
rooms and discovered the true identity of the Nailman.
Sid has a knowing smirk.
Was I wrong?
She does.
But the priest even confessed to it.
Calm down, Yuma. There's no need to panic.
No need. Don't panic.
If the
Don't do
Nailman's
that.
identity is exposed and all mysteries are yet to be solved, then most likely someone else's agenda is involved in this string of killings.
What?
Someone
What?
else's agenda?
This is a twisty
Meaning
twist
the Nailman.
that no one ever saw
No
coming.
one could have seen this coming.
You mean there's another culprit? But
Yuma, if you consider yourself to be a detective, you must see the truth through to the very end. No mystery concludes with a dead end. There is nothing we detectives cannot solve.
all right.
We have to review these killings from a different perspective.
From the
A
top.
new door.
A new door with new trippy portal walls.
And we back.
Out of the 4 locked
We made it.
rooms, if any of them were hiding a mysterious secret,
Which would it be?
I know which one.
it would be
I know
the
which one.
room that's obviously different from the others.
I know the one.
Different.
It would be number 2.
I get the feeling you want my help.
I know the one.
Isn't that right?
I know the one.
That's what you want, right?
Huh?
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you, and you're so helpless like that.
See, I know that you know the one, but are you able to play a Hangman minigame to get it?
No! I hate.
Not a bad deduction, but there's still more to be solved. Donnie's up now.
Good luck.
Fight on, master trainee. Hellara will recognize your skills one of these days.
No. Not like this.
I think it's in like, is it in the Honest trailer? Or no, I think it's in a ProZD skit where he's like, so you've outed me as the culprit, but can you do this rhythm minigame?
Because of the victims. It's like
You can do it, Master!
injury, cause of death.
This one's a little obtuse. It's related to what you just said.
The back of the
Yeah, no, you already know what it is. It's just getting the word. But you know what word it is. You actually said the word already.
death.
Yeah.
Death.
Go!
Oh, sniped at the last second.
That's right!
I know you know which room it is, but can you spell a random word?
I know you know which room it is and why, but can you? Well,
At least there's that.
at least there's that. I just psyched myself out for this too.
For what, the Hangman game?
It makes me
Oh, yeah?
panicky.
See, the thing
Path's
is,
opened up. It seems to be a hidden passage.
room 3 not only has the different cause of death, but it has a decidedly different feel than the rest of the rooms. Like, it only has, like, the one doll,
Yeah,
whereas the others are covered in the dolls.
Yeah. for sure.
If so, then the truth should be somewhere down there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on.
Now, the question is, where do the killers get the master keys for all these places? Like, I understand that they, like, leave the key in the room, or where do they get
Where
the key
get
from in the
them?
first place? So they just go to the master key store, where all master keys are sold?
So the cause of death for the victim at the art gallery storage is the only one that's different.
True.
Right. The victims in the other locked rooms were all strangled to death. All had strangulation marks and scratches.
Now, who do you think it is?
The victim in the third locked room had strangulation marks, but no signs of resisting. There's also evidence of
that I
blood
don't-
traumas
I,
to the
like-
head, which can be considered the fatal blow.
It need
The
not
marks
even
could
be
have been
someone
made after the victim
who's a
died,
suspect in this
so as
chapter.
to
Right,
appear
I
as
will
if
say-
strangulation was the cause of death.
The
The real
clue,
cause of death is blunt force trauma.
the reasoning for who the killer is for this is, I think, the smartest thing in this entire chapter.
Wow.
I really like it.
But it's figure outable now?
Yeah, it is. It requires some deduction. It's not an easy thing to necessarily figure out without kind of a little bit of guidance. But you could have figured it out before we came into the mystery labyrinth.
I'm gonna be really upset if it's the guy I trust with my life.
The servant.
Yeah.
Here's another obstacle, but it's likely to be an insignificant one. Yuma, let's solve this mystery and move on.
Let's solve it.
Right.
Swoop.
Oh, there goes the neck blood. Why was the cause of death made to look like strangulation? The work of a copycat, coincidence, or the work of the priest? There must be a reason it was set up this way. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself. I don't mind helping, but it'll cost you.
No thanks.
Oh, I got it!
Huh?
The answer is the culprit's got a choking fetish.
Don't be ridiculous. There isn't even a door for that. Fair.
The other thing that I will say is that when I said Hellara was giving you a clue, that in that one like treasure chest room, Hellara said the killer could be anyone. The culprit ... the nail man ... anyone. Which the specific phrasing of that implies that
The
the
killer
culprit
may
and the nail
not
man are
be the
different
culprit.
people.
Right. True.
Right here.
Here we are.
The strangulation was faked to imply this crime had the same perpetrator as the other 3 incidents. By making the crime scene as similar as possible, it appeared like the mailman was responsible for an unrelated murder.
True.
Which means this was a copycat crime.
Copycat.
I agree.
Cat copy.
Could be the. Oh, it is one of them.
It is. Well,
Among the string of mailman killings,
do you see who's
there
here?
could be some that were
Not the
done
little boy.
Little boy.
That has to be why the mystery labyrinth still remains.
It was the
Even
child.
after discovering the mailman's identity.
Literally can't be.
So who is the copycat criminal?
It was this little baby
Indeed.
child.
We need to uncover this imposter's
That would
identity.
honestly be the craziest coincidence if
That-
the kid, the like 4-year-old kid of the guy who was arrested who was wrongly arrested for being the nailman, turned out to be the copycat killer in this case that happened a month ago.
You hate to see
Alright.
it. And I choose.
Who is the copycat killer?
I mean, I have an instinct.
You're accusing me of being the copycat criminal? What the hell? I'll kill your ass!
It was you. He's just silent.
Just.
No, it's not me.
I told you already. I have nothing to do with this.
What's
This is my instinct.
Your instinct is the worshiper? Why?
Yeah. Because I think that if there was anyone who was gonna know it decently well and pay homage, it would be him.
So there are
Also,
actually
it's probably something with the key.
so there are a couple of things that point to him. One of them is pretty easy. You can get pretty easily. The other one is the more complex one that I said is like my favorite thing in this chapter.
Let's discover them.
Me? What are you talking about? I told you all about the nailman and even cooperated with your investigation.
Yeah, well,
I mean, if there's anyone who was going to do a copycat murder of someone, it would be someone who knows the crimes well enough and knows about the strangulation marks, which wasn't publicized.
that's what I was just saying is sort of the more basic piece of information
Yeah.
that kind of points to him.
Like, who else would know to fake that?
Right.
And now you think I'm a murderer? Are you fucking kidding me?
What are you gonna look like? What's your Super Saiyan form?
Your investigation isn't worth shit. I'll crush
Creepy.
you to dust, you filth!
Thank you.
Well,
Reasoning deathmatch.
woman's corpse. Right. So it's either going to be, well, actually, it's either that or it's woman's corpse.
Why accuse me of being the culprit?
Why me?
I was just first on the scene.
Exactly. Nothing suspicious about that. Just first on the scene every
Why do you
time.
think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the nailman. The cause of death was just different each time, yeah? And even if there was a copycat criminal, why is it me? The servant could be the copycat.
It could be the servant.
Ooh.
Oh, in the face.
well-
Oh, twice in the face. It could be the nun.
Anyone could have done it.
Literally anyone.
All right, a few thoughts here.
Yes. The nailman incident was the talk of the town, so couldn't anyone be the copycat killer?
Except,
But in order to copy the crime, you would need to know the details of the case.
Were those details widely known? Let's check the solution keys.
Well, that narrows it
That
down.
kind of gives it away.
Yep. All right, so then it's going to be non-public information.
Why accuse me of being the culprit? I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the nailman. The cause of death was just different each time, yeah? even if there was a copycat criminal, why is it me?
Could be the servant.
Could be the copycat.
Could be the nun.
Copycat.
Could be anyone. Could be the servant. Could be the nun. Could be anyone. I guess you do have to wait until it gets a little bit closer to the end.
The dolls.
Death in the art
Dolls.
gallery was blunt force trauma, faked as a strangling to resemble the nailman's
True.
MO. But the murders all being strangulations wasn't made public right away. The only ones who knew that were those who actually set foot on the crime scenes.
True.
That includes the mailman himself, the peacekeepers, and the first eyewitnesses on the scene. Which
Who were?
means you could have committed the murder in the art gallery.
And see, here's the problem with this, and why you need the further step in logic is because it wasn't necessarily just him, right? He specifically said he discovered the body with someone else each time. So there were two other people before this incident who had seen the strangulation. So it theoretically could have been either of them, right? Or it could have been like a peacekeeper or something.
But he would be, in theory, the only one constant throughout all of them.
After him! Beat some sense into that sensitive, nonsensical fan!
Like, if someone random comes across one corpse, that doesn't necessarily mean that they all have strangulation
That's
marks.
true. It could have been a peacekeeper.
True.
Like, it's possible that it could have been someone else, but the other piece of evidence, the one that I'm thinking about, is
The
fully
first on the
definitive.
scene to also be the culprit is rather cliche.
He was always suspicious, but because the real mailman was someone else, I didn't connect the dots.
No dots.
He was fascinated by the mailman, and by studying him,
Your favorite
he
minigame is
eventually
coming
knew
up?
more about him
Oh
than anyone
no.
else.
Is this the stomping one?
It is.
Ultimately, he became the mailman.
It's ironic that he exposed his own crime by knowing too much about the other ones.
Master, the truth is right there!
It's right there.
My radar is banging like crazy!
That's a weird way to say
Well,
that.
yeah. I don't love that. He did his Yuma.
Yeah. Remember, if the buttons are giving you trouble, just try pressing them a little harder.
Yeah.
Because that's
That
what
was my
worked
problem last time.
Go away! I won't let you! You have the truth!
You can't have
Looks
it.
like we've arrived at the final stage.
If we make him submit, we'll completely solve the mystery labyrinth. Master, don't let your guard down.
I'm on it. I'm gonna smash these buttons.
Smash them.
Smash them hard.
Smash, smash. This is only the second time we've done this minigame?
Yep. And the first time didn't go well for me, so.
Weird. Why? For some reason, I thought I remembered doing this minigame twice already. So I specifically remember coming to it and thinking like, oh, is Sid gonna remember what the buttons are?
Probably not.
It'll say them on the screen in the bottom left. So you should quickly acquaint yourself with that.
ABYX. ABYX.
God,
God,
Shinigami.
Shinigami.
God, Shinigami.
Let's do this,
Hilarious.
Master.
A hilarious sight.
It's a really...
What a silly
it's
game.
Silly, silly game. Oh, bottom right, sorry.
We'll never destroy
Nice
this
kick.
fort!
No, those are
Jump?
tackle.
Oh,
Stop it!
Jump,
this is jump.
kick, kick, kick,
Stop with your lies! Everything
Tackle.
was done by the nailman!
There you go.
I'm not the culprit!
Tackle was the one that gave you trouble last time.
Yeah.
so-
Proof!
No proof. What proof do you have?
Check the crime scenes back then!
Or did we?
Didn't even check the crime scenes back then. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did. We used magic powers.
Booyah.
Take that. They didn't expect that one.
We were able to
Just
see what
calmly
each crime scene
reasoning.
looked like at that time.
My power allows me to see the moment.
Where's
the
Halara
first
right
witness
now?
saw the crime scene.
Super unclear.
Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared.
Halara's
when a
just
third party first
sitting in
entered.
Shinigami's cleavage.
We use post-cognition to gather all the evidence.
Kick, tackle, jump. Kick, tackle, jump.
Yeah.
Jump. Jump.
Stop it!
Tackle.
Get
Tackle.
away from me!
Tackle. Tackle.
You! Get away from me! Get away!
There was just a lot of tackling.
Get away!
So this minigame is really Raincode's version of a rhythm game.
Yeah.
Instead of having the rhythm game, it has this.
Lead you to the culprit.
Which I will say, this one definitely has more jiggle
You're
physics.
never gonna find the culprit. What you saw is only what I saw the moment the corpse was discovered.
That's not how it works.
So, just as a reminder here, what you saw is only what I saw the moment the corpse was discovered. Halara's forte specifically works
Yes.
by showing the scene how it looked the moment the first witness came across the crime scene.
Yeah, but what? The culprit, peacekeepers, and first discoverers of the victims. Huh.
So yeah, think about this one carefully.
Yeah. At the time the body was discovered, I feel like it's this.
Why?
Because remind me when we saw it, when we used post-cognition, the paint wasn't on the floor. The paint was only on the floor later.
No, the paint was on the floor with post-cognition.
Okay, so that means that someone had already entered?
You're on the right track. So if we saw the paint on the floor in post-cognition,
Yes, that means that someone from the church had already tried to enter and knocked over the paint can. And
Which
that would have been the
means-
first time that...
and so if someone from the church had already entered and knocked over the paint can,
Mm-hmm.
then who was the first witness to come across the body?
It would have been someone after that. So so someone from the church, i.e. this guy, knocked over the paint can, right?
Yeah.
And that wouldn't have... If he had been innocent, he would have been the first one to see it, and this wouldn't have been spilled when we saw it.
Right.
Halara's
This is what I was referring to
shows
as
that the
I-
paint can at the
That's
gallery
cute. That's
storage
interesting.
entrance
That's really
had
interesting.
been
I like
knocked
this.
over.
This one is such a clever use of like that detail of her
Post-cognition?
forte,
Yeah.
and I really like the way that the logic for this one works out.
That's cool.
And according to the art gallery staff member's testimony, that was your doing. You went into the crime scene first, and the art gallery employee behind you noticed you knocking over the paint can. But Halara's post-cognition only shows the scene when the corpse is first discovered.
Yep.
So if you were the first person to find the body, the scene before the paint can fell over would have been recreated. But it wasn't. The paint can had already been knocked over when the corpse was discovered.
Means he must be the
That
killer,
means
and
the
that's
first person to
That's
find
a
the
very
corpse was
unique
the
fact
art
about him.
gallery staff member, not
it's
you.
a very unique fact, and it's incredibly definitive.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's
The
something
reason
that
you
can't
didn't count
possibly
as the first
apply to
person
anyone
find
else.
it
Right.
Is because you're the culprit.
That's cool.
This is the truth of the case.
Got him.
Got him good.
Got him good.
Master, finish him!
Finish him.
Shove all your evidence into the solution blade and slash as hard as you can!
Yeah. Like that. You know what time it is, y'all.
comic time.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Closing argument
Deduction
time.
denouement.
Or deduction denouement. I love the word denouement.
I
It's so fun.
think we said that last
I know
time.
we did, but it's I have to comment on it again because it's so fun.
All right, so we're a Kanai Ward urban legend, the mysterious Nailman. Incidents caused by the Nailman. The Nailman nails down corpses.
That is what the Nailman does.
Oh wait. Remembering control.
Yeah, so
L
yeah,
to
you
shift.
got it. Yep.
The victim of the first incident. The culprit completes the crime at the secret club.
Yeah, so we're going in chronological order here.
Yes.
So this was the first killing.
The key was in the glass. Looks upwards.
Where did the culprit leave the room from? Remember that you're only gonna
Oh no, I didn't actually mean to select something.
Yeah, so it's X to bring up the things. And remember that you only have a limited number to start with, and you
Yes.
unlock them as you go through.
That is where the culprit left the room from. Escape
Yes.
through the vent. Climbs up to the vent. What did the culprit use to climb the wall? No, that was a different crime.
No, that was this crime. The nails.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
What am I
I think-
I'm thinking of the actual, like, our first.
Yeah,
which
you're
is
thinking of the
crime
clock
4.
tower as number 1.
Yup.
Yeah. It's a little confusing because up until now, even when we were going through like the trees, like the 4 trees,
We started with
the
4.
clock tower. So
Yup.
we've always done 4, 1, 2, 3.
100%.
This is the
100%.
first time that we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Climb the wall using nails for footing. The culprit exits through the vent. The secret club became a locked room. Great.
Okay, on to 2.
The victim of the second incident.
So this is the crazy thread one. Or, sorry, crazy string one.
I don't need this.
Are you sure?
I did need it. Begin creating the locked room's trick. What did the culprit tie to the vent?
What did they tie? A tarp.
This was technically a fishing line
It is a fishing line.
and not actually a string. Thanks a lot.
I don't think you could have input fishing line into Shinigami's barrel.
I would have done that before I did string.
You would have.
Ties the fishing line to the vent. Oh. Moves to the wall. The culprit creates the trick. What did the culprit pass the line through?
What could it be? I like that we already have a picture showing us the answer.
Yeah, that's really nice.
like it's right
Eyeless
there.
doll.
Sid's favorite.
The line passes through the eyeless doll. Disgusting. Where did the culprit pass the line through last?
Where?
Not the incinerator.
Very
Back
good.
of corpse's neck. The line passes under the back of the corpse's neck last. Triangular formation of the line is
I
completed.
like the image with the triangular
Yeah, that's
line
really nice.
in the bottom right. It's really
But
amusing
it
for some
also
reason.
does give away this answer.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Leaves the room, taking the
I mean,
chair.
gives away that we also did already like solve.
Right.
But yes.
Still. Leaves the room, taking the chair, locks the door to the room. The key is thrown through the vent.
With perfect aim.
The key lands near the corpse. Retrieves the line. The corpse's upper body falls over. The mansion study became a locked room. 3. Third incident occurred in the art gallery storage.
So yeah, this was the worshippers one.
Yes, the culprit nails a doll to a painting. The painting is moved. The painting with the doll is placed facing the window, locks the room and exits, moves to rear entrance of the art gallery storage. The painting is propped up against the window. The doll is nailed down from outside. The painting is knocked over. The art gallery storage became a locked room. What was nailed to the doll?
What was it?
Oh, shoot.
What are you doing?
Okay, it didn't make me. It's
Yeah,
the
that was
key.
okay. The nail and the doll.
A key and doll were nailed to the painting. Fourth incident occurred at the clock tower.
Back to number 1 in our brains.
The murdered woman. The culprit prepares a rope ladder, opens the shutter. What did the culprit use to escape? The aforementioned rope ladder.
We've heard of it.
Hangs the rope ladder out the window. Begins escaping from the shutters. The culprit climbs down the rope ladder. The rope ladder is cut with a knife in sequence. Continues to smoothly descend. Pulls the rope ladder, now just a rope. The shutters were open enough for the rope. The shutters close under their own weight and lock. The culprit leaves the clock tower. What did the culprit use to destroy evidence?
Careful there, Sid.
You know it's the incinerator. I know it's the incinerator. It's the incinerator.
What could
Culprit
it
used
be?
the church incinerator to destroy evidence. The culprit stares at the burning incinerator. The rope ladder and other evidence burned by the culprit.
The culprit stares in the burning incinerator.
Yeah, that's an important a critical
detail.
step. Critical step. The true identity of the nail man. Cause of death in the first incident was strangulation. Was that how? Cause of death in the second incident was strangulation. Cause of death in the fourth incident was strangulation. Oh, because the third incident was someone else.
Correct.
Who was the nail man?
Who is it?
Shwoop.
Good old cool priest.
I knew it.
Look at how cool he is.
The nail man is the priest. The true identity of the copycat killer. The third incident, cause of death was blunt force trauma. Who is the nail man's copycat?
Not the priest. We knew that worshiper was sus.
True. Mystery unraveled.
Step right up, step right up.
Time for Shinigami to impress
A
us
series
all.
of locked room murders based on an urban legend. Will we discover the true identity of the nail man?
Probably not.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Truth
well.
bombs are about to be dropped. Time for the deduction denouement.
To solve the mystery of this string of events, we have to know who the nail man is first. The nail man is an urban legend of Kanai Ward. You write down the name of someone you want dead, and drive a nail through it and a doll to a tree behind the church. And the nail man will kill that person for you with a countless number of
It's
nails.
an excessive way of killing.
Countless number,
A
huh?
string of murders exactly like that urban legend began half a year ago.
All of the crime scenes featured a corpse and dolls nailed down within a locked room. The first murder happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki district.
The victim was none other than the geezer who owned the place, and the cause of death was strangulation.
I will give it to them. I feel like there's a little bit of the effect missing because both of the pink blood and just the fact that it's a cartoon game.
Mm-hmm.
If this were a way that a person was serial killing people in real life by like nailing them to the walls with like dolls and shit everywhere,
Super creepy.
that would be horrifying.
So creepy.
That would be horrifying.
Arguably couldn't be more creepy.
Like, oh my god.
Really very creepy.
I heard the buy-in to place a bet was pretty steep, and cheating was rampant, so it was obviously a scummy place.
This guy deserves
Each
to
of the
fucking
doors
die.
inside of a glass. And the vent that connects outside looked too high for escape to be possible.
But the culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footholds to climb. The proof? Why, the nails that were bent downward.
The vent was not screwed down at the time of the murder, so it could easily be removed and
Okay,
used
even
as an
being
escape route.
even being skinny, getting through that vent is not.
It's tough. It's
That's-
tough.
that-
I mean, look at his body.
Yeah, like this guy's pretty skinny.
Yeah.
Come on.
The second murder happened 3 months ago. It was at a mansion near Yuma district.
The victim was some real estate agent who lived there, and the cause of death was again strangulation. He made a lot of money through shady real estate deals, so of course someone would be out to get him.
The door to the crime scene was the only possible entrance.
It's actually interesting. I think that this is the first time that we're learning anything about the victims.
Yeah, true.
Like that the first guy was the owner of that club, that this guy's a shady like real estate dealer. I don't think that's information that we've gotten up to this point.
I don't think so.
But the key to that door was underneath the nailed-down victim. After the culprit escaped, some sort of trick was used to get the key back into the room.
This is so extra.
It's so
The
extra.
Shinigami passed from the vent through the eye socket of
This
the
is
doll
incredibly extra.
and propped up the upper body of the corpse. All that was left was to exit the room, lock it, throw the key in from the vent, and boom! You've got yourself a locked room mystery.
It's kind of funny. The priest did multiple murders that relied on like cutting a string or rope and retrieving it.
Yeah, true.
The key was tossed under the victim from the vent, and once the fishing line was retrieved, the corpse's upper body fell over, completing the crime scene.
It does seem like we shouldn't have to go through this entire narrative again, given we just did it. I'll say that. I'll put that out.
That's the beauty of the closing argument.
Well,
it's an important part of
the upper body didn't pierce through completely, so it wasn't nailed down at all.
I think that the closing argument works better when it isn't like several killings.
Yeah,
when
that's
it's like
the thing.
one big convoluted thing, it feels a lot
pulls
better
things
because it's
together.
like pulling everything together.
Whereas this is
Whereas
just
here
like-
we're dealing with like 4 smaller isolated things, so it does feel a little more like redundant than it does in like your usual Danganronpa case or like Chapter 0 or like stuff like that.
Yeah.
The third murder happened 1 month ago in an art gallery storage room in Yuma district.
Those dinos are so cool.
They are really cool dinos.
The skank's cause of death was blood-forced trauma.
Skanks.
Let's not call her the skank. Come on.
Shinigami.
Come on. Rise
Shinigami
above.
does not have respect for other women.
No, Shinigami is not a feminist.
No, not
She's not a girl's girl.
not in the slightest.
Not a girl's girl at all.
No.
She was a pretty lady who let her looks get to her head, and she got boom killed.
Shinigami.
I like how Shinigami's like, the first guy ran a scummy casino, the second guy did shady real estate deals. This girl was a
bitch
fucking
was
whore.
pretty.
Like,
The
come
key
on,
to the storage room was
Shinigami.
nailed to a painting through a doll. Another trick was used to get the key back inside the room here.
The painting with the doll nailed to it was propped up against the window, and then the culprit left the room.
Bye, culprit.
They nailed the
Who
key
could
to
the culprit
painting
be?
through the window, knocked it over, and bam, all done.
I do kind of miss the Danganronpa style gray killer person.
Yes.
Those are the truths behind the past 3 cases. And now, there's been another murder at the clock tower in Kanai Ward.
The woman's cause of death was strangulation. Since you told that kid you'd take care of it, we've got to solve this case.
We already did.
The clock tower crime scene is rather high up on the 3rd floor.
You're not wrong.
The door was locked from the inside, and the window shutters were also locked. But there was rainwater under the window, and the nails in 2 of the dolls had rub marks.
In other words, the culprit must have hung a rope ladder from the dolls to escape out the window. With my logic, anything is possible.
Why are you imitating Laura?
Anyway.
I wasn't sure if you were picking up on it.
I thought for a minute I was like, is that Halara?
It
And then I was
like-
like, no, it's Shinigami.
It's like something sounds a little off
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The killer cut their footing on the way down from the window. That way, they could just pull on one side of the rope to retrieve the whole thing.
Yep.
The shutters come down under their own weight, so they locked once the rope was collected. I'm surprised you noticed the auto-locking feature. You sure love your shutters, Master.
Big shutter guy.
It's a shutter fetish, some might say.
They call him the Shutterfly.
Oh, God.
Then burned in the
No.
church incinerator, which only clergy have access to.
That's how we know the mailman must be someone from the clergy.
True.
But one question arose from this. The mailman killings share one more characteristic. All the victims were murdered by strangulation. This piece of information wasn't publicized.
The cause of death of the art gallery murder was blood-forced trauma. The strangulation marks were added later.
True.
Which means that it was someone mimicking the mailman. know the identity of the copycat killer.
Who was it? Don't leave us in suspense. Oh my god. All that stuff popping.
Someone with the skills to throw the key with precision.
And a clergy member with access to the incinerator.
Whoa.
You're the nail man!
Could only be you.
Nah.
How could you? No.
You're no Andrew Scott.
Certainly not. Meanwhile, the worship over here is like, phew, I got away with that.
Someone who knows that all of the victims were strangled.
Oh, fuck.
Because he was the first witness in each case, the person capable of replicating the mailman's crimes is...
The worshiper! You're the copycat criminal!
J'accuse.
Got him. And you know what happens now.
What happens now?
This is the truth of the case.
Now, it's punishment time.
What's that?
It's the truth. The soul of the true culprit who built this mystery labyrinth.
I see. It looks otherworldly, but there's an ominous air around it.
Thank you, Halara. I was only able to make it this far thanks to you.
True.
I
Their
only
cool
kept
power.
my part of the deal. You made the right choice.
Halara
hiring me.
is the best.
But I will say one thing. You've taken another step toward being a detective.
Halara.
That much is certain. I, Halara Nightmare, acknowledge you.
Mommy acknowledges me.
Mommy.
Really, Halara? You do?
Oh my god. Shinigami
A
ruining the mood.
possessive bitch.
Literally.
All right, all eyes on Shinigami.
Shinigami's like, fuck
What's
you
about to
too.
happen?
Oh, isn't it obvious? It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to boom kill the bad guy.
She loves a boom kill.
Loves a good boom kill.
Surging bloodlust,
Oh god.
overflowing despair.
Despair.
The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables.
Ruin to the vile mystery labyrinth. Give a little kiss.
Stars shine, rainbow glorious stellar spiral.
Boom kill. Bye, Vegas. It's unfortunate that Vegas gets blown up over and over and over again.
That's just what happens in Vegas.
What happens in Vegas
Stays in Vegas.
We've read all.
I know.
Once we get to a new chapter, they'll like shuffle out with new loading screen tips.
Running across the top of food stalls, huh?
Oh, I don't actually think we read this one.
I think
yeah.
this one's new. Parkour.
Parkour.
Hardcore parkour.
Parkour. We back in the real world.
Whoa.
Oh, they dead.
Father?
Bad news.
Bad news.
Are you all right?
I trust the server with my life.
What's going on? What happened to those two?
Turns out that in this specific instance, you were maybe okay to do so.
There's no pulse.
Yeah.
They're dead.
as compared to other instances.
What are you talking about?
Who knows?
Dead. What?
Sorry, Seth Burrows.
What? What is this?
I sure worked hard today. Feels so good to boom kill the murderer.
Yeah, for
Mystery
sure.
Labyrinth crumbles when you reap the soul of the true culprit.
We're just reaping souls and taking names. Yo, Yuma Coco head.
Old Yuma Coco head.
Then, the cause of the Mystery Labyrinth's creation pays the price by vanishing with it.
A fun fact that people like to note out at this point: the Nailman, the priest, had 3 victims. Yuma, at this point, has killed as many people as the Nailman.
Oh God. Ah. Ah.
I knew this would happen, but it still hurts to see someone die before my eyes.
Truth hurts, baby.
It does.
It's like I killed them myself.
No.
No, I did kill them.
Oh God.
I killed them with the ruthless blade of the truth.
With the ruthless blade of the truth.
Humans boom kill cows and pigs all the time and eat them. You don't feel bad about that, right?
I'm not sure I'd call those
These were
boom
the souls
kills.
of deranged murderers. At least you didn't eat them. If you look at it
Okay.
that way,
Well-
there's nothing to feel bad about at all.
Well,
Yeah, it's not like your Army Hammer.
Nah, yeah. No one is but him.
It's not so simple when it comes to people dying.
That's what Army Hammer says.
Oh no.
Did you people do this? Did you kill them with some kind of poison?
Poison of the truth.
Hey, hold on. I have no idea what's going on here.
Yako is so
Too much is
confused.
happening all at once.
Yako's overstimulated.
We shall talk at headquarters.
Okay.
Follow me there
Oh no.
immediately.
not
I'd rather
good.
not. How about
Is
no?
it just me, or are things more complicated now than before entering the mystery
Yeah, it
labyrinth?
does seem like that, actually. It seems like maybe we didn't really help this situation.
No, we bungled it. We bungled it hard.
Oh, you want help? Are you going to rely on me again?
Okay.
I can't say no when you ask for help.
Well.
What are you gonna do, Shinigami?
Everyone! Ah! He came back to life! Sorry about that. You see, I'm actually the mail.
Honesty is the best policy.
Seth is so confused.
These are my final words,
Oh,
so I can't lie.
that's nice.
I'm the Nailman. The worshiper laying there is just a copycat criminal. Search the church for the tools used in each crime. I'm sure you'll find plenty of evidence.
In the church,
In the
of course.
church.
We didn't even check the church.
No, how could
If
we?
you think I'm lying, go ahead and check it out. Thanks!
And
He's
dead.
out. He's outie.
I didn't know you could do that.
Shinigami
That
just
was a
fucking
super
possesses
lazy
his dead
confession.
body.
Will it work?
Will it work?
Should do it. We even have witnesses, so this case is
What do you think,
closed.
Sid? Will it work? Will it do the trick?
I think they will be convinced.
Priest mumbled something, but I couldn't quite hear him. Anyway, everyone here.
Anyway.
Amaterasu Corporation at once.
What was that, Sid? About them being
It worked
convinced?
perfectly.
What?
It wasn't effective at all.
Hey.
He's so stubborn. This is why I hate authority.
What do we do?
Wait, I hear something.
Huh? What now?
Motorbike. Something is heading this way at an alarming speed.
Who could that be?
It can't be.
Where is that coming from?
Who that?
No. What are you doing here?
Nice.
Fucking conked him.
Nice.
Who are you?
Who are
You
they?
dare speak so carelessly? Who do you think I am?
The hero who defends peace and order in Kanai Ward. Director of the Amaterasu Peacekeepers. The Honorable Yomi HELLSMILE.
HELLSMILE.
HELLSMILE, keeping up our last name traditions of these characters just having nuts last
Peacekeeper's
names.
director?
Coco Head. Nightmare.
HELLSMILE.
So he is the head of the Peacekeepers.
Now you know, small fry. Bow down.
Small fry.
Yeah, well, that's an accurate descriptor.
Cool.
Yomi HELLSMILE. Look at that smile.
That is a hellish smile.
I think you can see his eye through his hair.
Yeah, the eye shape.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
No need to be alarmed. Benevolent Director Yomi is here to help. Oh, excuse me for the late introduction. I am Vice Director of the Peacekeepers, Martina Electro.
Martina Electro.
She's my beloved right hand. No one else gets to have her.
Oh.
What's with him?
Master, be careful. This Yomi guy is dangerous.
When Shinigami is scared of someone, that's not
That's
a good
not
sign.
good.
I've never seen anyone emit such a dangerous aura before.
Oh God.
He's that bad?
So, what brings you here?
Oh, right. I was so focused on my beloved right hand that I completely forgot.
As mentioned earlier, Director Yomi is here to help.
Oh, that's nice.
I hear you've been troubled by Seth's unreasonable treatment. Is that right?
I was gonna make a comment before these two came on the scene that Seth, personality aside, is kind of a hottie.
Okay.
But now Seth just looks like a short nerd
Upstaged by
compared
these
to
two.
these two beautiful specimens.
Yeah, I mean, it really, like, looking at these two and then Seth,
Yeah.
it's really kind of,
I can't. I have
dramatic.
to immediately forfeit my position.
yeah, that's fair.
So-
That's valid.
Director Yomi, what is going on here?
The snap.
Why am I...
Yeah, we got
have
snaps.
discovered you've been receiving sizable kickbacks for facilitating donations meant for the church.
You go, Martina.
Martina's
No,
shutting him
no,
down.
So desperate to clean up all the nailman killings. After all, it would be troublesome to lose access to all that money if the priest was arrested as the nailman.
Wait, please. Director Yomi, I did this under your orders.
Oh, yikes. That's not the kind of shit you say.
Did you say something?
That's
Because
metal.
I didn't hear a thing.
That was metal, Yomi.
Just
Yomi
fucking
just yeeted the
his
megaphone.
Yeah, it's just gone.
I only did this because you ordered me to.
Seth, you make me sad. I'm the hero and defender of peace in this city. My peacekeepers are proud soldiers of that mission. And yet, you let yourself be corrupted. How could you? Seth, for the sake of the peacekeepers and the peace of Kanai Ward, die.
Nope.
Oh.
Taking advantage of your position as a peacekeeper executive is a serious crime. The punishment must be severe.
Seth is getting thickety fucked right now.
Yeah. Seth is the small fry now.
He really is.
Oh.
Just dragged off.
Yeah, I'm annoyed my own underling would betray me like this. I'm so annoyed, I'd go insane if I didn't toy around with my beloved right hand.
It's an honor.
He's terrible. Like a lizard cutting off its own tail to survive.
Someone like him is in charge of the Peacekeepers?
Yep.
Don't look him in the eyes. Don't talk to him either.
Just pretend like he's not there. Run in a zigzag pattern.
If possible, don't even breathe the same air as him. Though it's probably too late for that.
Okay, Yaka.
Yeah, all right.
Well then, to our shit-for-brains friends playing detective, looks like I have to give you a warning. Know your place in my city and stay there. Follow the rules and don't disturb our peace. I'll need you to die.
In this city, Director Yomi is both the law and the Peacekeepers itself. Defying us means you defy law and order. You will receive fitting treatment for such behavior.
I'm rapidly oscillating between he's really cool and he's just too creepy.
Yomi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is a valid position to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm very conflicted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before, you were insignificant specks of dust. But now that you've banded together, you've become an eyesore. Detectives, my ass. Annoying little shits.
I think part of my problem is he has a very sexy voice.
The voice is very good.
The voice is
It
really
is a very
good.
voice.
But the something about the very cat-like face is unsettling.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, look at
sorry.
the emptiness in that face.
That's not
Also, he just fucking
He just
spit
like
on Yako.
spit on him.
Let's go, my beloved right hand.
Also, he says the word beloved too much.
Oh, yes. I mean, that's...
Yes, Director Yomi.
And his beloved calls him director.
Is that not how you're supposed to address your beloved?
Well,
Looks like
I'm not a
we've been
director, so I wouldn't
targeted
know.
by someone dangerous.
Apparently, I've had some weird past relationships.
Yeah, thanks to you. One wrong move and it would have been all over. You got that?
I'm sorry, but
No buts. None. How did this happen anyway?
Laura, help me out. Please explain what happened. You said you acknowledged me as a detective, didn't you?
What? When did I say that?
yikes.
Ooh, shoot.
It's such a shame, Master. Everything that happens in the Mystery Labyrinth gets forgotten.
For sure,
We got
for sure.
another forgotten.
What?
Helara's memory must have been wiped after entering and leaving the labyrinth. Nothing inside the Mystery Labyrinth can be taken into the real world. Not even memories. Unless you have a contract with yours truly, that is.
But I thought Halara and I had finally reached an understanding.
Nope.
Not even close.
Memories
Nar.
up until you enter the Mystery Labyrinth
Nar.
are retained. Like the debt you owe for your assignment.
Ah,
That's awful.
Hey,
You
Yuma,
still owe all that money.
Are you listening?
Don't worry.
You better make sure this doesn't happen again.
By the way, Chief, our submarine office is tipping over. Are you sure the Peacekeepers didn't mess with it?
Oh, that's not good.
they might have messed with it.
What? Seriously? I have to go back and repair it. Yuma, help me out. Follow me.
Errand boy Yuma. Errand boy Coco Head.
Yuma, it was supposed to be time for your solution, but we've ended up in a mess.
Don't worry, I did
Yeah.
solve it, kind of.
Before they could be accused, the true culprit suddenly died. It's my first time dealing with such a thing.
See, here's the problem.
Still, I do remember this. You did your absolute best to try and solve the case.
That's very kind.
Huh?
But the problem is Halara's
You
too
should be
smart.
proud.
True.
And Halara's gonna like figure out that something's
Look,
up
the
with
chief is
people
calling for
dying
you.
around Yuma.
You should go.
Right. Thank you.
Thanks, Alara. Ooh,
That wing.
mommy.
God damn. Flavor of Halara's candy. Oh no, we've definitely read that. Seth's creed. The Burroughs family motto is silence is golden. To this day, Seth mumbles in adherence to that creed.
Wow.
Backstory on Seth. I don't know that we need it anymore. Yeah, Master Detectives. Okay, here we are.
Are you serious? A Peacekeeper executive was taking bribes from the church?
Apparently.
For sure.
If Director Yomi said so, it would be considered the truth, even if it isn't.
Fair enough.
What about the priest being the nail man?
It's going to be publicly announced as the truth. It appears the priest's strong desire to save others turned him into the nail man. He saw people wishing for revenge as they hammered those nails in the forest, and decided he needed to save them.
It's a weird way to go about your religious obligations, man.
Yeah, that's a weird one for sure.
That was the motive, though it could all be a story made up by the Peacekeepers.
So what about the kitty cat criminal?
Oh my god.
You mean the copycat?
Adorable.
That one was already publicized as well. They say the copycat did it out of admiration for the real
A
nail.
lot of people, I think, from what I've heard about this game, have mixed feelings about Fubuki's complete lack of intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
It's adorable.
I think she's great.
And in the end, he felt so much guilt that he poisoned himself? And none of this really makes any sense.
Well, that part's tough.
That sure didn't look like death by poison to me.
It was me! I did it along with that detective kneeling in penitence over there.
All right, Shinigami.
Okay, calm
It would make
down.
more sense to assume Yomi killed them somehow. Especially when you consider the timing. He'd do it without batting an eye.
Yumi HELLSMILE, the director of the Peacekeepers, the leader of our enemy.
I heard he rode in on a dragon.
No, it
What?
was a motorcycle.
Yeah, that's different.
From what I've investigated, the Peacekeepers' influence is gaining ground at Amaterasu Corporation. And there's some sort of power struggle going on. Seems like they're getting their way internally. I hear that their boss, Yomi, is extraordinarily dangerous.
Extraordinary. So he is very normal?
Well,
how scary.
I will say, I do often think about the fact that that is what the word extraordinary does imply if you actually think about it. So that's a fair thought, in my opinion.
I used to think ingenious meant non-genius.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it seems like it would.
well, it's like inflammable.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Who did this?
Come on, let's standardize this, please.
It's only a matter of time until the Peacekeepers gain complete control of the corporation. When that happens, they might outright attack the World Detective Organization.
Perhaps the WDO made its move because they saw the warning signs. If that's the case, it could have something to do with Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
The ultimate
I
secret.
can't wait to find out what that is.
What Kanai Ward's ultimate secret is?
The quest.
Or the great global mystery.
Oh, so true.
Wait, which?
Oh, yeah. What's the deal with Kanai Ward's ultimate secret?
Me.
We still know nothing about it.
Which of the two would you say that you are more curious about?
The ultimate secret because of the ultimate nature.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What if it turns out that Kanai Ward is an
With
ultimate?
the mailman incident. I wonder what it could be.
And that's the secret.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with that.
Okay.
Sheesh, so much to deal with. This sounds exhausting.
True.
Didn't I tell you that from the start?
We have to obey directives from number 1, no matter how difficult they are.
I love my little fireplaceman.
Vivia?
Yeah.
Vivia is... Yeah.
best.
Yeah. Like, unquestionably. There he is.
Well, we got some very talented master detectives gathered here. I'm sure it'll be fine. So much. No, everything changes from now on.
Everything.
Yikes.
Yuma, you can take a seat now.
My legs feel numb.
Don't stick your neck out recklessly from now on, for everyone's sake. Got it?
Got it.
Hey, we worked super hard. I'm so stressed I could die.
Okay.
No.
Oh wait, but I can't die.
Oh, good.
We have a visitor?
Visitor?
That's rare.
Who's that?
Unusual.
Yuma, can you go get it?
Sure.
Oh, I get to walk. Do you need me to do the talk?
I don't need you to do it.
Oh. Someone's here, right? Maybe you should get the door. They might get fed up and go home.
Oh, why can't you get the door?
Yuma.
A visitor. Who could it be? Yuma, can you go get it? Oh, sure.
No one else is capable of moving. Master, you're like a little servant boy.
Hey,
A visitor. It could be the Peacekeepers.
What do I do?
Oh, they may be after us after what happened today.
Yeah, be careful.
You're not going to help?
I don't work for
I
cheap.
could, but how much can you pay?
Right.
I see.
A visitor? Could it be?
Maybe.
Do you have an idea of who it is?
Perhaps it is the kitty cat you mentioned earlier.
Not kitty cat, copycat. Anyway, that guy already committed suicide.
Oh?
Oh, truly? My apologies. I do so often forget things.
Me. How kind of you. I didn't think you'd come check on me too. But you should probably check on the visitor instead. They might get mad and go home.
Yes.
Right, got it.
Fair points.
Thanks, Vivia Twilight. I'm in
Valid
love
points.
with you.
With Vivia?
Yeah.
Is Vivia your husband?
Yes.
Okay.
Aww.
Boy! It's a little boy.
My dad is back safe at home. It's all thanks to you.
I like that he's wearing his hood in the art.
He's so cute.
It's a good thing he wasn't the killer.
For helping us.
Yeah, you thought he was a killer for a minute.
Yeah.
No, I just... Well, I'm happy for you.
Aw, look at you getting thanked. You were on your knees just a moment ago.
Oh, look at Shinigami.
The Shinigami got like a fucking
Rice
rice ball
ball.
and a glass of
Sort of
wine.
cocktail.
A cocktail. What the hell, Shinigami?
Oh. There's one more thing I want to ask you.
What's that?
Did someone else die or something? Will you play catch with me?
What?
We have adopted this child.
But it's raining.
I'm the daddy now.
Actually, sure. Let's play.
Cute.
This is our son now.
This is our literal child.
The unending rain.
That's how you get a child. You play catch.
My memories
That's
still
true.
seem like
That is how
faraway
adoption
raindrops,
paperwork is
and my hands
finalized.
still have yet to grasp a single thing. I'm still lost. Is it all right for me to be here?
Yeah, because you're playing fetch with your son.
I like how Yuma looks like he is the same age as this child.
Yeah. They're each other's dads.
In my hand.
What?
They're each other's
Heart
dads.
somehow
Yes.
Feels lighter. Why I wanted to be a detective. It could have been for the sake of something so small that it fits in my hand. Maybe I should give myself credit for this small realization.
Oh my god. What are you
Whoa,
doing,
whoa,
Shinigami?
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Calm
Shinigami.
down.
No, 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 no.
Just a bit longer.
Calm down. Don't hurt our son.
I think I'll keep pretending to be a detective.
I like that Yuma thinks of himself as pretending to be a detective. And that is chapter 1,
The Nailman Killings. Wow.
And that's where we're gonna call it for today.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so we'll pick up next time with chapter 2. Oh, right, we have our results here. Look at you. Oh my god. Ooh.
What is stamina?
Ooh, how much health you have.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't realize some things. Like I was figuring out controls and whatnot.
And we did get a game over.
Yeah. Yeah,
for
super
sure.
Fair. But not bad for most of it.
Yeah, I mean SS on the other 3 categories.
Can't complain.
Yeah, look at all this. Hold on, let's scroll down to the puzzle. Let's find it. It was a Shinigami puzzle.
Was it not the first Shinigami puzzle?
No.
The worst I did was an A.
Huh. They must not count the game over.
You are making things up.
Yeah, they must not count the game over.
God,
they just count how you did on like the retry.
Fair. Super fair.
I'm not sure if that's true. All right.
Got a lot of DP.
All the DP.
A lot of DP.
858 DP.
That's many DP.
You have now.
Good for me.
Good for you. Well done. But yeah, so that's where we're gonna call it. Go ahead and I think it's just gonna take you to like the screen that says do you want to save, but just in case, press next.
did it.
Okay, yeah. So we will pick up there next time.
Woot.
With whatever chapter 2 may entail.
And whomever I accompany.
Whomever you make. Who do you think? Who do you think is going to be the focus for chapter 2?
Okay, we have Vivia.
Vivia Twilight.
Yeah. What's the girly pop's name?
Fubuki.
Fubuki
Clockford.
Then we have the little boy.
Desuhiko Thunderbolt. Hiko.
Desuhiko.
Yes,
Thunderbolt.
exactly.
Is that it?
Yeah, and then the chief.
Oh, we get one with the chief. I'm guessing.
I'm not saying we do or we don't. I'm just listing who the characters are that are in our little detective agency.
May I ask how many chapters this game is?
Yes, there are. This game, it has, I guess, 6. Chapter 5 is the final chapter. So
okay,
it's 6 chapters.
So we'll have 2, 3, and 4, and then 5. I imagine will either be the chief or will be alone. So next guess I'm gonna say is gonna be the little boy.
Desuhiko. Okay, interesting.
That's my guess.
Okay. So yeah, we'll see if that ends up being correct.
Indeed.
And yeah, we'll pick up there next time. The one thing that I did want to say, because I said that I was going to tell you this after this mystery labyrinth,
yes, was
something that I think would have been interesting if they had done it slightly differently with this game.
Sure.
And I think now that we've seen 2 mystery labyrinths, this sort of makes sense. But I think that it would have been interesting if they made it so that by defeating a mystery phantom, you influenced that person's point of view in real life.
Ooh.
So by defeating mystery phantom Seth, that actually changed real Seth's behavior.
Yeah.
So that, because, we've seen with both of the mystery labyrinths that we've gone into that there's a pattern that we go into them, we find out the killer and everything, we come back and we're still screwed.
Right.
Our situation hasn't changed.
Correct.
And so I think that would have been an interesting way to sort of approach that problem.
Yeah. I like that.
And it's sort of reminiscent of certain other games that I've played that I know you haven't, so I won't say what they are. But yeah, I think that would have been an interesting way to go about it.
Yeah, I like that.
So, yeah.
All right.
Anyway, yeah. So we will see you all next time
for chapter 2.
Until then,
see you around.
Bye.